Hi, I am Margarita Maass from CEIICH-UNAM, Mexico. I will talk about the emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic in older adults and a proposal from sociocybernetics for the post-pandemic stage. In the middle of March, the closure of schools, companies, public spaces, shopping centers, cinemas, and churches was decreed in our country as in the rest of the world. In middle of July 2020, we are still at home in Mexico for 4 months because of COVID-19. Stop today, the data is alarming. The number of infections worldwide is more than 30 million people, of which 4.38% have died, equivalent to 100,000 people. In Mexico, we have 35,000 deaths. Only yesterday, they were more than 515 deaths. It represents 11% of those infected. Who are the most affected and why? Particularly older adults and people who have chronic and degenerative disease are the higher risk, not only of contracting COVID-19, but also of having complications, being hospitalized, and even dying. The mortality rate increased exponentially from age of 65 years. Social relations. During the confinement of COVID-19 pandemic, the daily forms of social relations in Mexico and the world were forcibly modified. New ways of working, seeing, listening, hugging, and laughing appeared on the scene, taking advantage of the offer of the digital technologies. The adaptation to those technologies was easy for young people. However, for others it was not so much, generating a wider technology gap between those who have access and abilities to use technological devices, the younger generation, and those who do not. We present results of interviews carried out during the COVID-19, referring to the relationship between grandparents and grandchildren during the pandemic and the effect of technology on this intergenerational process. Some results. Older adults have symptoms and signs of loneliness, depression, isolation, and forgetfulness of their relatives. Until now, they have had a higher level of difficulty to take advantage of this opportunity that this digital technology provides for communication with those closest to them. Technology has not been democratized. It is not within the reach of all social groups, and it is particularly far from those who were not born with it. Likewise, far are older adults who have lived their childhood and adolescence with other social and technological dynamics. From sociocybernetics, we propose a new way of organizing ourselves collectively with intergenerational actions to use technologies in our favor. The idea is to form and guide intergenerational family communities that reflect on some concepts such as self-organization, self-management, self-knowledge, self-reflections, self-reference, and autopoiesis. We work from cyberculture as a different and collaborative way to being in the world, for helping us, for dialogue, way to be, for growing together with or without technology, but we think of with it and taking advantage of it, we do much better. The use of information and communication technologies as generative platform for local, regional, national, or global knowledge widely develops the three network culture that we propose to promote, that of information, communication, and knowledge culture. Finally, we think that Mexico needs to gain degrees of self-determination and empowerment as a society. Sociocybernetics and cyberculture theoretical frame help us to do it. This global and local crisis of COVID-19 is an opportunity to modify our ways of being in the world. Thank you.